Well, Ben, it's Christmas Eve.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho ho ho! I love your reindeer
Thank
antlers.
you. Yeah, this
Very
took
very
hours to
fetching.
do at the hair salon. They had to, it was actually my own hair that they took and adjusted into this shape. Took a long time, but I think it was worth it for the
I
festive season,
actually,
don't you?
yeah. Side note: I had to do that for a stage show once, actually, where I had to have some cat ears made out of my own hair. This was back in the day when I had a lot more hair, and it took hours
I
to
cannot
get it
imagine
all
this.
sticking up. I have photos. They're great.
All right, well, if you don't
Maybe when
post
a
those
few more,
photos
maybe
to the
when a few more
security
Christmas drinks have
hazard,
flowed.
this has to
But
be on the security hazard Patreon, or it didn't happen.
sure. You can picture that if you like. But Ben, it's
Yes.
Christmas is a time for miracles, some say. And
I like where this is going.
I have made a miracle happen for you.
Yes, you certainly have.
Santa came early.
Santa
I
did come
believe.
early. And look at
Yes.
this. Santa has even wrapped
Wrapped
this
it for
Christmas
you.
present for me.
Wow.
I have to say Santa shouldn't quit his day job though, because there's like little gaps here and there. And
Santa might have done it in quite a hurry.
so this
Yes.
is our secret Santa, which is not so secret.
Well,
we-
yes, because it would seem that I also have a certain something which
Ooh.
Santa has also wrapped very nicely in this very fetching bag.
That's very fetching.
But even then, I look in the bag. I don't know what's inside. I can't see what's inside just yet.
No, I don't know
so,
what's inside this either. So who
Well, I tell
should
you
go
what.
first here?
I don't know. Well, maybe we'll head into our Christmassy titles, and then after the titles, we'll start opening gifts. Welcome everyone to the Christmas edition of the Security Hazard Show.
A Christmas miracle.
It's the podcast that's more festive than snow on Tracy Island or Jeff Tracy in a Santa costume. It's the Security Hazard Show. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh wow. Oh wow. And some say that his nose even glows. It's Jack Knoll, the Security Hazardeer, folks, your host of the Security Hazard Show. Hello, Jack.
Hello. Oh my goodness. Well, they say he has a Christmas tradition where he watches the Thunderbirds episode, Give or Take a Million, every year and takes a drink every time something interesting happens. He's the designated driver every single Christmas. He's Ben Wolf Page.
Hello, everybody. No eggnog for me.
I mean, I'm coming straight out of the gate here and saying that the Thunderbirds Christmas episode is disappointing. Can we agree on that one?
I do agree that it's disappointing, but I do watch it just about every year, and not just because I'm the designated driver. There's something about the snow on Tracy Island and seeing those toys with that annoying kid.
I agree. There's some lovely visuals, but as a plot, sorry, just doesn't quite.
Was there a plot? Sorry, I missed that.
I think
detail.
so. Maybe at some point, but yeah, might not have noticed that. But anyway, Ben, what are we doing today? Should we start with gifts? Should we start with opening up gifts?
Well, Jack and I have got ourselves little gifts, and we had a bit of a spending limit, so these are not fancy, out of control items.
We have not blown all the Patreon money on this by any means,
by a long shot. No, indeed, we have these special gifts, and Jack, I'm really touched that you wrapped this for me.
I know.
Should I open it
out
now?
of interest, who did wrap it for you? Because I know for a fact it wasn't me. Was it the nice man from eBay who sent it to you? Did he wrap it for you?
No, this is actually a designated driver special here. Is
okay.
Yours truly.
Oh,
right, should I go ahead?
All right,
and,
go for it. Yes,
all right.
absolutely. Go for it.
I feel every Christmas I feel this way. It's like I don't want to be the first one to go. It feels so
No.
selfish.
Oh, no. Otherwise, it takes forever. Someone has to be the first to kind of jump in and be like, "I'm going for it."
Right.
Lovely.
I have absolutely no guesses about what this is.
Nothing at all. Have you rattled it around? Have you listened?
I've rattled it, and it makes a very like plasticky sound.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna open this here.
Hmm.
Ooh, this is exciting listening for everyone.
Yeah,
Just the
audio
sound of-
listeners, don't worry. We will describe in detail whatever comes out.
Currently, I'm sawing through about 16 layers of tape. 5 stars to this eBay seller
Yes.
for
Yes.
securely packaging this
did.
item.
They did do well. They did do well.
Didn't we do well?
I'm very excited for you. I hope you.
Are you
like it.
excited? I think I will.
I'm fairly sure it's not something you will have had
Ooh.
before.
I see a little glimpse of some Tracy hats in there.
There are some Tracy hats in there, aren't there? A couple of Tracy boys on the side of the box. Yes.
Oh my goodness. What is this?
Out it comes.
It's stuck. It's stuck.
Oh no!
Ugh.
Call in the recovery vehicles.
Trapped in the box. Here, I'm just gonna tear it open.
Just tear it open. Get in
Live
there.
on the air.
Get
I see the
stuck
hood
in.
space. I see Thunderbird 1. I see
Oh my
the
goodness.
bowl.
It's all in there. Wow. What do we have here, Ben?
It's the International Rescue Game.
Wow.
A Thunderbirds board game. Wow. I was not expecting that.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Take command of International Rescue and be the first to complete your mission. Evade the evil hood and save the day.
Yeah.
You have a copy of this game. Is this something that we're going to play?
As a matter of
boy.
fact, I do. I have my one right here.
Oh boy. I see my
So there we
future. My
So we
future on
match.
Patreon is going to be
Yes. I definitely
playing
think if we can sync up our playing pieces and everything like that, we should be able to play a game remotely.
my
'Cause
oh my.
It's quite a simple game. So this is the 1992 Peter Pan Playthings board game.
Look at the condition of this as well.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad it's in good condition.
Very nice
So
condition.
yeah, you work your way around the board, and you have to go to different locations and pick up some pegs. Now, all credit to the eBay seller on this. I will tell you, one of the playing pegs is apparently missing, but I conferred with our good friend Andrew Clements, and he agreed with me that you do not need all of the pegs in order to play a game.
All right.
So one little peg is missing, I'm afraid.
Our friend Andrew Clemens is in the chat saying, "Hey gents, happy Christmas Eve.
Hello.
Happy Christmas Eve to you as well, sir."
Happy Christmas Eve to you. Yes.
It is
So
in
there you
fact
go.
Christmas Eve live. Well, thank
Yeah.
you very much, Jack. I'm very touched by all the little look at all these
Lots
little
of
Thunderbirds
little plastic
vehicles.
playing pieces and stuff like that. Yes. So
This is-
yes, look out on Patreon. I'm sure we will organize a game because
Well,
it's
this
a really fun game. It's a really good one, and of course the artwork is stunning. I was thinking like,
Yes.
what would look good on Ben's shelf, and frankly,
It is really
the
nice
box
and the
artwork and everything. I think that's a Steve Kite piece of art. It is stunning.
yeah, it does look like a
So-
Steve Kite style, and it's very, very nice. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Merry Christmas.
And yeah, very Christmassy. You can
Yes.
you can rope some family members into
Yes.
playing that with you.
We'll
I'm
have
sure.
a big family gathering, and everyone will eat mince pies and play the International Rescue Game. Thanks to you, Jack.
Excellent. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Well, right. I'm gonna investigate my my little package here. So I am going into the bag. What's in the bag?
What could be in the bag, but
Mysterious white package.
another bag.
It's another bag. Well, I'm gonna have to get into this jiffy bag here. First impressions, though, about the size of a book or a DVD, possibly. I don't know. It doesn't It doesn't. If I rattle it, it doesn't make a noise. It feels
No
quite
sound.
solid.
Hmm.
I'm stumped. I don't know.
Are you stumped?
Yes, I've got some scissors. Here.
I'd be very surprised if you guessed what it is. Oh, he's got a scissors, folks. He's got.
I got the scissors. Everyone, be careful. Everyone, stay away.
No running. Safety first. Yeah, this is going to be extremely embarrassing if it turns out they shipped the wrong one or something. We're live on the air, and you pull out like a collection of Sports Illustrated magazines. Like, what is this? What does this have to do with anything?
I don't know. I've opened it and I still don't know what it is. It's very well,
very
well packaged.
Another 5 out of 5 for packaging.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Yes. eBay is. I assume this was an eBay thing.
Yes, eBay. This podcast brought to you by eBay.
Yeah.
Unofficially.
I mean, where else are you going to get old?
Any clues? Any cool indicators?
Well, I
yet?
see the word Terrahawks written on the side.
Ooh, the word Terrahawks.
I do see the word Terrahawks.
What have you got there?
Let me get all the package, get all the plastic off, so I can have a proper look. It is.
Tear it apart.
Gosh, I've never actually seen this, but it's the Terrahawks trading card collection. If you can imagine such a thing.
I
love
can
it.
indeed imagine such a thing.
Oh, there's autograph cards and stuff in there as well.
Yes,
Wow.
there's a series of autograph cards, chase cards, and collectible holofoil cards, if I remember.
Wow. Okay. Well, I've got to get this open and take a look at some of these cards then.
Yeah,
Limited edition number 225 of 999.
Well, there you go. Nine-stein.
I'm going to open that up. Do you think that's what they're
Nine-stein.
They go for like
probably
10 or something like that there.
Oh, that would have been better, yeah.
That would have been good. Right. Let's get this opened up. I've probably devalued it somehow by opening it, but you know me, I have to open all the things.
Yeah, you got to find out what's in there.
Oh, I see. That's just packaging in there. Okay. All right.
So it's just a big deck of cards, basically.
There's the stack of cards. Do you want me to go through every single one individually? It's gonna take a while.
Are they individual or are they in packets? A lot of times trading cards, they come in like packets of like 5 or 6 cards.
No, it seems to just be one big stack of cards here.
I'll just give it, a quick
I'll
through
just
and see if there's any highlights.
Lovely pictures. Nice picture of Sistar and Zelda and Youngstar there that I don't think I've seen before.
Very nice.
And written on the back is a little description of Expect the Unexpected Part 1. So I'm guessing they sort of go through every episode there. There's some Zeroids for you. Looking lovely there. Let's see if
posed that way by sitting them on tape, actually. Rolls of tape.
Yes, rolls of tape, yes. I'm trying to make it so you can see these cards on camera. It's a little bit.
No, don't.
There is Yuri the Space Bear.
Our good friend Yuri with his powers of telekinesis.
Looking great.
Able to bend spoons and Hudson and other things.
Let's riff through these. Okay. There's like the space tank.
Ooh, I love a good space tank.
Looking good. And there's images on the back as well. Gosh, I mean, there's pretty much every image that I could think of from Terrahawks is in this deck. I'm just going to explore the box a little more because there is some more stuff in here. I have a special envelope that says congratulations, Terrahawks 2023 Premium Pack. This pack contains either 3 genuine autograph cards or 2 autograph cards plus 1 sketch card.
Ooh, what are you hoping for?
What am I hoping for? I'm curious about the sketch cards. Actually, we'll see. But in terms of autographs, I mean, of course, any of the wonderful voice actors would be lovely. Any of the puppeteers, all would be lovely. So let's see what's inside the
drum roll, please, folks. Drum roll, please.
Special envelope, if I can get that
special envelope,
lightly packed together.
It's very special
and
very
Here we go. We have art director Gary Tompkins.
Hey,
who I've met at a convention before. He's lovely.
He's a lovely man. A guest on the Gerry
John
Anderson
Lee,
podcast. if you wanna hear
designer
an
and
interview with
model
him.
maker, who
Yay! Also,
we
a
actually
Gerry Anderson podcast guest.
who we actually had on our Thunderbirds 2004 retrospective.
That's right. He was a model
video.
builder on that as well.
Yes, exactly. And finally, it's Peter Tilby, who is the construction manager on Terrorhawks, who I've also met at a convention. Also a very nice guy. Lovely stuff. Cool to have autograph cards from people I've actually met in person, but I don't think ever gotten autographs from. So that's really neat.
There you go.
Oh, lovely fun. Oh, thank you so
Merry
much. Ben. That's
Christmas.
really lovely and completely not what I would have expected.
No, likewise. I think we've
Yes.
we've gone
Oh, there's more.
off,
Okay.
off
Oh,
piste
oh,
in
I've
the
got
best
more.
possible way. Oh, you got more.
There's
You got more.
there's a tree hawk down here. I think these are the sort of
The collectible
these are
chase
sort of
cards.
extra thick cards or something like that. There's a
Hmm.
Kate Kestrel and Youngstar and everyone's in there. Gosh, wow.
Extra thick, just like a sticky toffee pudding.
Or a bowl of granite crunchies. Lovely stuff. Well, thank you very much. Oh,
We've heard of Christmas. It is a festival.
Yes. Well,
That was
after all
lovely.
that, I feel like it would be appropriate now to go through and talk about some other Gerry Anderson themed Christmas gifts because people have a lot of fond memories of opening up Christmas gifts that from the worlds of Gerry Anderson, and Ben and I have compiled a list after going through the internet and figuring out some of our favorites, things that were maybe a little bit above our budgets for this Secret Santa exchange that we've just done. So we're very much into the realm of like dream gifts that you would have been very, very lucky to unwrap on Christmas Day. And we're just going to take a look through some of our favorite Anderson toys, basically.
Yeah, what would be the ultimate Gerry Anderson themed Christmas? If you could have every, the greatest of the great Gerry Anderson toys, the kind of things that would make your dreams come true as an Anderson collector, what kind of things would you have under the tree? That's been the mindset and the ethos that we put into making this list. So if you agree, don't agree, have some suggestions, additions, subtractions, put them in the chat, leave a reply or a comment. We'd love to hear from you. So we have to get started with the most obvious of all.
Yeah.
We have to talk about Tracy Island.
Yes. That's an interesting one that you shared on screen. I was going to talk about the #1 Christmas toy 2 years in a row, but the one that you shared on screen is not one of those. It's the PowerTech Tracy Island.
So you did a series this year called Security Hazard Minis, where you took sort of a deep dive into all the different Tracy Islands that you have in your collection. And this one is the PowerTech Tracy Island, and it's the one that appeals to me the most. Just because it's kind of different and unique. It has all these sort of interior sections with the stickers all over them, and it makes a lot of sounds and has a lot of play features. And I just think it's pretty nifty, Jack.
And it closes up and it looks it gives that Thunderbird spirit of being kind of closed up and secretive. And then at the press of a button, it all transforms, which is so much of the appeal of Thunderbirds and many of the other Anderson shows as well. So to capture that in a toy is really neat. I mean, I think the other Tracy Islands do that to a certain extent of having the vehicles hidden away and stuff, but yeah, the PowerTech one is pretty nice. So that would be your top pick if someone was
if I was looking for a Tracy Island, if I was going to ask for a Tracy Island for Christmas, it would be one like this. Maybe not quite this price. I think this particular one is special because it's imported from Japan.
I was going to say that's the Japanese edition of it, which I imagine is exactly the same, but it's got Japanese text on the front of the box. Yeah, I remember in 2003, I couldn't wait for Christmas. I actually saw this in the Argos catalog. Argos catalog, during the summer, and saved up all my pocket money and bought it for myself.
Wow.
So I couldn't wait. But I do have in front of me here the Sound Tech Tracy Island from 1999. So sort of the second edition. This is from Vivid Imaginations. And this is, the one that I would have, I think, opened up on Christmas morning. My birthday and Christmas are a little bit close together. So some of those memories do get kind of blurred for me. But yes, this would be the one that I opened up, and I've managed to keep it in pretty nice condition. It's very well played with, but I've managed to, keep all the palm trees and things like that. They're all still there. They're all still intact. It's just a lovely thing. And I've had it with me. It survived the move across the ocean and things like that. So it's held together quite nicely. Obviously got all the vehicles and stuff like that hide away inside. Thunderbird 3 tucks away in the roundhouse. The lovely pool, a lovely slidey open pool, and Thunderbird 1 tucking away inside there. And of course you've got, Thunderbird 1 coming out, and it can go up on the runway and all that sort of thing. So, it's, much simpler than the PowerTech Island, but for its sheer size, the impression it makes when you have it out on a shelf or whatever, it just, to me, it's the definitive one. And I will say the earlier Matchbox one from 1991, 92, that is also very good and was a very strong basis for this one. I just think there are a few things that this one does ever so slightly better.
A little bit of refinement.
I'm sure that will divide the fans, though. I'm sure there will be people who, got their hands on a Tracy Island back in the 90s who will say that is the definitive one. So there we go. Tracy Island, gotta be. I mean, as I said, top Christmas toy in 2 different years. That's quite an achievement. People went nuts for it,
and it's a great playset idea just to have the whole Tracy Island with all the different Thunderbirds craft. I mean, it's a really top-notch high play value toy. Even people who don't really remember Thunderbirds that well, they remember the toy, or they remember making the toy based on the Blue Peter instructions. So
of course,
fond memories for a lot of people. Iconic toy, I would say. And sort of overused word in 2025, iconic, but it definitely applies when it comes to the Tracy Island playset. Do you have like a favorite feature of your particular
I'll tell you what I like
there?
about this is something really, really specific, but it's one of the reasons why I like it over the 90s one. The door for Thunderbird 2's hangar, it has this lovely soft open mechanism. So whereas the 90s one would sort of just flip open and that was it, this one there's a spring mechanism, if I can find the button for it, and if I press it, it very slowly opens up.
Look at that.
And it's just, and then you could tuck out your Thunderbird 2 just like that. So
just little features,
just little enhancements that were made. And of course, around the back, I should show you. Of course, we have all the
take us around the back.
All the portraits of the various Tracy brothers, and if you press a button there, their faces light up and they speak and everything. And that definitely wasn't a feature on the 90s one. So I have to say that hours of fun pressing all those buttons and watching them all light up.
What fun.
Very good fun.
Sound tech.
It was the big thing in the early 2000s.
All of those, that whole Sound Tech playset range, like the Sound Tech Thunderbird 1 and the Sound Tech Thunderbird 3, just such amazing toys. They're all behind you.
Really nice.
If you want to know about,
featured in Security Hazard minis, so
go check out those Security Hazard minis to go into detail on individual ones of those. But now we're gonna head to a different part of the future.
Another time, another place. Yes,
so to speak.
What are we looking at next? We're going back in time a little bit here, quite a bit further back in time.
We're going back to Space City.
Space City. Now, this is I'm not actually sure who manufactured this one, but it's a Space City playset. that contains so many individual little bits and pieces of plastic, including a giant Fireball XL5, a launch
Goodness me.
rail, a very colorful replica of the actual spinning tower for Space City, all these little plastic figures. I think you've got Steve Zodiac's jet car there as well, like his flying car and everything. I can see fuel tanks, all sorts of little bits and pieces that you could imagine just being sprawled out across the carpet, you know, under the Christmas tree, just being played with endlessly. It's glorious. It's so full. There's so much there.
It's jam-packed with so much. I love the little space tankers. The little fuel tankers, which is one of my favorite little guest crafts in Fireball XL5. They're just so like charming but practical, and I don't know, they make great toys as well. This is, I think, one of the things that we learned when we were looking all this stuff up and you were putting it all together for me, Jack, is that a lot of these toys, we sort of think of them as, you know, oh, maybe they were older and they were a bit naff, or maybe they were a bit cheap and cheerful.
They didn't have the technology to make it as good as they do now. Well,
but that is not
this kind of proves us wrong, because oh boy, there's just so much there, just so much that was included.
I mean, look at that little jet air car. That car that's just like the one that Steve drives to and from Venus's beach house. Many episodes of Fireball XL5. And the launch ramp with the little XL5 on it, for crying out loud. And the cardboard Space City, I'm assuming that actually rotates. If not, you could spin
I'm
that
sure
around.
You could improvise that. But this is what's nice about it, is there's a lot of, yes, they include a lot of elements there, but also you do have the capacity to, you know, use your imagination. You could, you know, you've given all the bits, but it's like, well, you would lay out Space City however you wanted it. I'm sure that configuration changes throughout the whole show anyway, so there's probably no continuity there to begin with. But just the idea of being able to lay it all out and probably bring in other toys that you have to function as, you know, auxiliary vehicles and stuff like that. It's just the kind of thing that sparks imagination and sparks some play.
Absolutely.
Really lovely thing. Of course, we are ignoring the color scheme, which
well, here's the thing about that. So this was apparently made by MPC, who are a manufacturer of model kits. And it has that sort of like model kit vibe where you could see a kid taking this and kind of customizing it and painting it and buying decals and getting photo reference from your TV21 so that you know what colors to use. It has that sort of customizable quality to it that I really like. I mean, not that you couldn't play with it just as it is, but you know, there's definitely room there to make it your own if you wanted to.
Yes.
Which is just so much fun. Just so much fun.
Yeah, lovely thing. Yeah, I would definitely love one of those.
I'm sure, I don't know how much they go for, but I'm sure they are pretty penny these days.
Plenty. That's going to be a consistent theme across all of these. You need to have deep pockets if you want to collect these now. So if you're lucky enough to have one of these still, then cherish it. Is all I will say.
Cherish it, and if you're feeling generous, take a photograph of it so that we can all enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we move on to the next item under our Gerry Anderson Christmas tree?
Yeah. So, I mean, the next series that immediately leaped to mind for me was Stingray.
Yes, leaping out of the water, pursued by a terrorfish, is Stingray. Yeah. And what a Stingray you've selected, Jack.
This is the Lincoln remote-controlled Stingray. But don't get too excited, folks. It's remote controlled in the sense that it has wheels and can drive along on a regular surface while trailing an enormous cable behind it.
I imagine so many kids must have put this in the bath
and been disappointed. Yes.
Well, either it sunk or it worked, but it shorted out. I can't imagine if you were one of those kids that put this in the bath, please tell us, because it would
Yeah.
be foolhardy in the extreme to put this in the bath today, because it is expensive. It is a
Yeah,
highly
yeah.
prized, a really accurate stingray as well.
It is.
It's
That's
really,
what. Yes, that's what struck me about it. Was the color scheme all looks really nice. I mean, there are some odd things about it. It has the red, like the rate master at the back.
the
That's
turbine
bright
at the
red.
back, yeah.
I'm sure it lights up in many different ways as well. But yeah, I love the box artwork as well. That's all very classy. That's a consistent thing across all these 60s toys as well. Is like
Yes,
the
really
boxes
nice box
look
art.
gorgeous because paintings were just the best way of bringing these things to life. Yeah, so lovely thing, very cool. Not that many Stingray toys about in those days, so this would have been the one that everyone was after at the time, and I'm sure lots of people did indulge in it.
Yeah,
it's a very nice thing.
It's very nice. I mainly remember this because it had its very own television commercial, which survives. And you can look that up on YouTube or anywhere.
Yeah,
it'll come up if you look up the Lincoln Stingray. And
yeah,
it's basically a pair of boys playing with this thing and chasing a cat,
right,
as well.
Yeah,
and there's a weird cut in the commercial where he says "iFix on," and he stares at the cat until the cat runs away. I don't think that's actually a play feature of the toy. He just stared at the cat for some reason. I've never understood what that's all about.
Yeah, it's a weird
one. This has things that lights, it goes backwards and forwards, and I think it lights up as well. So quite an elaborate little toy. I would have loved a toy Stingray like this.
Yes, and I'm sure inspired a lot of the later ones, like the 90s Matchbox one and all of those. Similar sort of shape and size and things like that. So, but just the novelty of being able to drive Stingray around on wheels is so weird in itself.
Like, and in the commercial, they've like built their set to look as if it's underwater. So they've put like shrubberies and rocks and little corals around, and Stingray's driving through it, but it's obviously not underwater.
Yeah.
And I don't think you would put it in the bath. So
no. So yeah, interesting take on it. Definitely. Now, next
from
up,
the depths of the sea.
Yes, into the air. Now, this was interesting because if you're talking about 60s Thunderbirds toys, you're talking about the J. Rosenthal vehicles, and I wanted to try and pick like the best one of those. And the funny thing is, it's, for me at least, it's not any of the Thunderbirds craft. It's actually the Zero X, which we are comparing. So we're comparing the JR21 Zero X to the Aoshima Zero X, which both very well detailed things, but one is a toy, or was intended very much as a plastic toy in the 60s, and then the other is a die-cast metal display model, which still comes apart in separate pieces and things like that. But we're talking about two different leagues here of different toys. So Ben, I've got to ask, which one would you prefer?
Well, I'm highly biased towards the play friendly one. If just because it looks like so much fun to me.
Yeah.
And also it's not badly detailed for a toy.
Right. This is what surprised me about it. It looks a lot like Zero X. The coloring and the markings and everything are very screen accurate. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. When Keith Shackleton was doing an interview, I forget for which documentary, they asked him, what do you think was the best, merchandising licensing thing that you did for all of the Anderson shows? And he picked this Zero X as the best toy that they manufactured. They actually made this in Hong Kong. It was an early example of doing overseas manufacturing, which I think most of the previous Thunderbirds toys for J. Rosenthal were made in England. But
Right.
this one was
Okay.
actually made in Hong Kong with state-of-the-art die-cast technology. So that's how you get the super accurate paneling and the different
Yeah.
sections and all the extra detail that you don't see as much on the earlier models that they did.
Yeah.
So you
And
could
an
tell they were
electronic
really pushing the
component.
bar in terms of quality.
Yeah. Yeah. And this also much like that Stingray looks like it could drive around on some wheels.
Yes.
Which I can't, again, it's difficult to imagine really, but you can't just imagine driving your Zero X around on the floor.
What do you think
I'd
of
be
Zero X as a
terrified.
craft?
Zero X's craft is very impressive. I do appreciate it very much. It's definitely made for the big screen. I mean, it's made for being seen in widescreen. All the little, the fact that all the lifting bodies can separate and the MEV and all of that stuff. It just lends itself well to being a toy, which is why it's kind of sad, really, that there haven't been more of them. Because apart from this and the the Aoshima one, there's not really a lot. I know there have been other Zero X's as well, but nothing that ever, because the Thunderbirds movies exist under a separate license from the TV show, it meant that exploiting them for merchandising purposes was that much harder in more recent years. So yeah, it's a shame we don't have more Zero X's, and that's why I actually made myself a Lego one, which again, you can go and look at my YouTube channel. You have to go back a few years, but I did a video covering my Lego one, which was very much inspired by stuff like this, the Jay Rosenthal toy.
Now, if I had an unlimited, yes, it is big. I would definitely have this as well if I had an unlimited budget. We're in a fantasy land now.
Yeah.
Something about this era of really high quality collectible die-cast models. Not that there's still stuff like that now, but it's just I don't know. There was something about it that I really like. I guess because I was sort of growing up and coming of age around then, and so I remember seeing things like this and being like, "Oh man, I wish I could get that."
Yeah.
And now I still look at them and wish I could get it because they're totally out of my price range even as an adult.
I know. And the interesting thing about this one is there's two variants of the large diecast Zero X. You can get the Captain Scarlet edition or the Thunderbirds edition, and I can't actually remember exactly what the difference is. I believe the Thunderbirds one comes with a Martian rock snake.
Ooh,
I think that's
nice
the
little
difference.
bonus.
Yes, so that's very much in demand as well. So yes, this would be one of those dream items to get for Christmas for sure. Just quickly going back to the Jay Rosenthal vehicles. I want to talk quickly about the other Thunderbird craft. If you had to pick one of those, which one would it be?
Ooh, good question.
Because they all have their quirks.
They do. I'm trying to think.
I'll have to be honest. Even though it's the least screen accurate, it's got to be the Thunderbird 5 with the little bubble on the top, with a little John Tracy figure inside, and it's all like this brown sort of bronzy color. I think it's got wheels on it as well. Doesn't have the antenna on the bottom. Like it's very far removed from what you see in the TV show.
The Thunderbird 5, you say?
The Thunderbird 5, I have to say, would be the one that I would like the most, just because it is so odd. And also because Thunderbird 5 toys are limited anyway. So I'll take what I could get, basically. It's what it comes down to.
I might go for that as well, just again, because it's so odd.
But they're all lovely. They're all nice, but that one is so bizarre. It's just gotta be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking Thunderbird 1 actually is quite a nice thing.
Yeah, that looks quite nice.
That's also got the wheels on it. Which is,
seems to be a consistent theme. If it's a vehicle, it's got to have wheels. Doesn't matter whether it should or not.
Gotta have wheels.
It just should. Yeah, fair enough. I say that all makes sense to me. Right. Well, so from the big Jay Rosenthal toys, probably be remiss of us not to mention Dinky.
Oh, we've got
one
to
of
mention
the
the Dinky.
foremost manufacturers of Gerry Anderson toys across so many different shows, starting with Thunderbirds, ending with Space 1999. There were very few things that Dinky Toys did not try and make into a toy based on Gerry Anderson show or property. There's so many to mention. Ben, I know you have one in your collection. Perhaps you'd like to share
just
that
one.
with us.
Yes, it's my Blue Thunderbird 2, which
It's
I
your little
whip out
dinky.
at any
Whip out your
opportunity.
dinky. Lovely stuff. Yes.
It's in extremely poor condition, but I
Yeah.
love it to death. I love how blue it is. It's very shiny and blue.
I really love how blue it is. Yeah. And the
a
black
variant from the
underside as
70s.
well is great.
The black underside is just like very sinister. It's like a mirror universe Thunderbird 2.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh,
they
how
don't
about that?
save people, they attack people. They're
fan fiction writers get on that, because
fan fiction writers
sounds like it'd
take
be quite
note.
good. Yeah. Are there any dinky toys that you wish you could get your hands on that you would like if you had to pick one?
I wish I had them all.
Of course.
True to form, but I think the ones that I want most, I've made a little short list here,
Okay.
are the Model T from the Secret Service, which is not
you mean-
terribly hard
you-
to find.
You mean this one?
Yeah, that one. That's
That
the one.
one?
Yep.
That one that I've got right in front of me. Right. Okay, that one. Yeah. I see.
Maybe those two that were originally designed for the Investigator but released under different names. There's like a boat and a car.
You mean like this one?
Something like that. Yeah.
And this one that we have
sort of
right
similar.
here. Yeah.
That reminds me of what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That
Well,
one's-
now you've got a visual reference. So
Mhm.
that's good. I'm glad that we've made that happen for you.
That's
Anything
good.
else?
Maybe like a Spectrum Patrol car and a Shadow Interceptor. Spectrum Patrol car.
Spectrum Patrol car. Yeah, we could do one of those. Yeah, right
Ooh,
there.
looks
And,
shining red.
And what's the other one? Now a Shadow Interceptor. Now, sadly, my one does not have the missile on the front. So you
Where's
stumped me
the
there.
missile?
But
This is
like, who
supposed to
knows?
be the best Christmas ever. Where's my missile?
I'm so sorry, but it is bright green. So
Well, then,
hopefully that
all
makes
right.
up for it.
That totally makes up for it. Yeah, I love the wacky dinky colors.
Yes.
The like sort of like orange Spectrum Patrol car that's like orangey yellow.
Yeah, like
It's like a-
did it in a sort of
chrome
bronze
ochre.
color. Yeah, so
It's
weird.
really weird, but
so
wonderful.
weird, but we love it. Of course we do. Other color variants that I enjoy is the bright red Sam Louver's car from Joe 90. That looks really nice.
That's what I should.
Of course, we have to also mention the green Eagle Transporter and the blue Eagle Freighter as well.
I mean, eagles in every color,
except white.
ideally. except what they are on screen.
Yeah,
Please.
of course. Yeah, I mean, yes. As I think we've made clear, I'm quite fond of dinkies, and I have tried to collect as many of them as I possibly can, regardless of condition. I don't really care whether it's scratched up and played with. In a way, I kind of prefer it that way. Yeah, it's just so cool to have a range of vehicles from across all the different, like from so many different Anderson series, including the lesser seen ones like the Secret Service and even the Investigator, for goodness sake. I mean, that's a huge part of the Investigator
Or
story.
Candy and Andy.
Candy and Andy. I've got two Candy and Andy minis in my collection. What's that all
Wow.
about? Why is that?
That's an abundance of riches there, Jack.
I'm going to park my Candy and Andy mini in front of the Tracy Villa, and there's nothing you can do about it.
My oh my, that's a disturbing visual.
Yeah. But yeah, so amazing to have so many things represented by Dinky Toys.
Yeah,
they are
any
so
that got
cool.
away for you? You've got most of them there.
A couple got away from me. I don't have a Fab One, sadly. I used to have one, but it was in such poor condition when I did move from the UK to the US. It was one of the few things that I decided, nah, I'm not gonna keep that. So
Time to let that one go.
if you have what remained of my Dinky Fab One, then I hope you're enjoying it. The other one that has eluded me, which people have actually talked about quite a lot, is the Dinky SPV. I've got the Vivid Imaginations one just here, but it's not quite the same. The Dinky SPV apparently is quite special, and would love to have one.
The thing I didn't
sadly-
realize until
sadly
I
not.
saw them in person is how robust the Dinky toys are.
Yeah. Oh
They're-
yeah.
They're die cast and they're mostly metal and they're solid.
They are heavy. Like this thing is weighty. There's a little bit of plastic on there. Like I'm looking at the Shadow Interceptor. There's a little bit of plastic on the legs and stuff, but it's basically a solid lump of metal.
Yes, it's a murder
would
weapon.
do some
for
damage
sure.
if you chucked
Blunt
it at someone.
instrument.
But why on earth would you use it for that when you could instead load up a missile and take someone's eye out with it instead? So lots of fun to be had with the
back
toys,
when
that's for
toys
sure.
were weapons.
Yeah,
The golden days.
absolutely.
Well, I love
Yeah.
the Dinkies. They're fantastic.
Yeah,
But you brought up the SPV. Shall we talk about an SPV?
yes. So going back to Jay Rosenthal, I thought I hadn't really looked at this one before, but I have
Neither
to
had
say
I.
That's a very nice looking SPV, isn't it?
I didn't know this existed. I'm not
No.
super knowledgeable about the merch, obviously, and then this one just kind of passed me by. I never had read
Yeah.
about it or seen it until you sent it to me for this. And I was like, man, this is like, I would have been thrilled with this. This is a fantastic toy.
It's so accurate. Like the coloring, it's always so difficult to get right on an SPV. Is it blue? Is it grey? Well, it's sort of somewhere in between. This sort of kind of gets really close to nailing it. All the markings on there. It's got all the right wheels and stuff like that. It just looks really nice. Looks like it has an ejector seat or something on there as well. That looks fun. Yeah, just really nice detail. And I think you do notice with the JR21 range that from Captain Scarlet onwards, there is a step up in quality. The toys do suddenly look a lot nicer. I think they did an Angel Interceptor as well in this range that looked great. So it's a nice thing. Another one that I would love to open up on Christmas Day. I think that would be so much.
Do you know what play features this had? Did it have
No, I'm also really not that familiar with it. I haven't. It's one of those ones that doesn't get talked about an awful lot, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm guessing it has
nice.
the friction drive that we see in some of these, where you sort of, that's where you sort of like pull it back and let it go, right?
I think
That's
so.
the
Or
friction
sometimes
drive.
they have this thing where you just sort of have to rev it up a few times and then let it go and it drives off. So it depends, but
Nice.
yeah.
Probably a missile firing feature as well. It looks like there's a little missile there.
Possibly, yes. That is usually an essential feature on all SPV toys.
Wherever SPVs are
There's just
sold.
certain marks that every toy always has to hit, and it's always so satisfying to me to see the original 60s toys and go, well, in the 90s they just sort of copied the same mold and just tweaked a few things, but by and large, talking going back to Dinky, like the Dinky Thunderbird 2 is pretty much the same as a Corgi Thunderbird 2 that you can buy now, just with certain details refined, but the principles of the toy are still the same, which
Very
is
much so.
So cool. And is what makes the toy such an important part of being a Gerry Anderson fan for a lot of people. I think is just being able to connect across generations. There'll be people who had one of these SPVs. There'll be people like me who had the Vivid Imaginations one later on. Sort of same toy, just upgraded slightly, and that way multiple generations have the same enjoyment out of it, which is just lovely. Yeah.
Reimagined.
Right. Yep.
And
absolutely.
we talked about the red Dinky Sam Louver's car, but of course the main vehicle from Joe 90. The Joe 90 car.
Yes.
This is an interesting
jet air
one.
car. Yes. So this is another JR21. I think it might have been the last JR21 toy that they did, possibly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Historic.
the Joe 90 car. It's huge, this thing, and it's so well detailed. And you could buy 2 variants of it. You could get the friction-driven one or the remote control one. They really went all
Either
out.
way,
Which,
either way.
considering it's we've said this before, like it's only Joe 90. You know, it's it's not that special, but it just goes to show like the rise of Century 21 toys. You know, and that merchandising empire, all that had risen up to the top of its powers. And then Joe 90 happened, which
It's sort of
kind of match up with that same vision. So you do end up, in the case of Joe 90, with some really, really top quality merch that doesn't feel justified considering the scope of the show itself. You really
wouldn't
bizarre.
expect Joe 90 to have some of the best toys, but it definitely does. The play set with the case and the toy gun and the little communicator. I mean, there's a 90s version of that and an original version. Man, they're just great toys. And this car is no exception.
This large car, you're talking about Sam's car as well. I'm pretty sure JL21, they also did a large Sam's car that, you know, obviously bigger than the dinky version as well. You go, it's Sam Luver's car, for goodness sake. It doesn't do all that much. But they were so stuck for vehicles to make toys out of that's what they did. And
I'm sure kids loved to play with these. I mean, it's just
great.
so much fun.
Yeah, exactly. You know, people I know aren't necessarily always the biggest fan of the Jet Air car design, but you got to admit, when you look at it as a toy, you do kind of go, yeah, that fits, that kind of works. So
much fun to play with. For sure.
I enjoy it. I enjoy looking at it. I would love to have one, but alas,
I agree. I think the
reason,
yes, very much so. Very, very expensive. I think one of the reasons that it's sort of looked down on is because it's compared to the SPV, compared to the Thunderbird's craft, all this stuff that had come before it that was better, and that's sort of unfair to the Jet Air car, because it's a pretty nifty design in and of itself. It's sort of wacky and 60s. I mean, it stands alongside the sort of 60s Batmobile, the Mystery Machine of Scooby-Doo,
right?
All those sort of like wacky and wonderful. That what's the There's various Hanna-Barbera ones too that had like various wacky vehicles.
Just all of anything that you find in Wacky Races, like
anything in Wacky Races. All of that, but there was like a dune buggy one who could talk.
No, you're testing my Hanna-Barbera knowledge a little too far there. I'm afraid I don't know that one.
Superbug, I think.
Yeah,
but yeah, lots of wacky vehicles in the late 60s and early 70s, and this totally fits into that range. It's just that it isn't really the same order of vehicle as a Thunderbird 2 or a supercar or a Stingray or a Fireball XL5, and therefore it just doesn't really compare. It's apples and oranges. So
I agree.
Fair enough. But what a lovely thing. If I could have one under my tree, I would love one. Please mail all your Joe 90 friction drive cars to my address.
Yes.
Or send an email to the show, and I'll drop you a direct message.
No shame whatsoever.
Shameless, absolutely shameless.
I appreciate that, though. I appreciate the confidence. Right. What are we looking at next? We're kind of skipping ahead a little bit here.
We are, but this is
UFO and Secret Service pretty much occupied by Dinky Toys. Yeah, UFO sadly lacking in sort of big, chunky, impressive toys. I don't know why that was. Maybe the more sort of adult nature of the show, maybe it wasn't felt right to produce toys like that, or maybe there was a change in economics that made it difficult. I don't know, but anyway, UFO, weird one, conspicuous.
There should have been a moon-based playset with like a sort of like lunar version of the mobiles, and then like the interceptor and a big moon base kind of to house it all in. I think that would have been lovely, but we did not get that. We had to wait
but
until Space
we
1999.
yes, and I mean, if you're talking about Space 1999 toys to be sort of the dream thing to open up on Christmas Day, nothing quite beats the giant Mattel playset of the Eagle Transporter, does
Goodness,
it?
it's so lovely.
It's so I have seen one of these in real life. It is massive, but yeah, it's gorgeous. Not necessarily screen accurate by any means, but you know, who cares when it's as big as it is and you could fit all those action figures and stuff inside.
Oh man, I've seen one of these in person as well, and it's quite a thing to
Yeah,
play with. I would have gone nuts for this as a kid, and I think
yes.
you know a lot of Gen Xers who I've talked to tried to
Mm,
jog their memory about all things Anderson. You
yeah.
know, I'll bring up this toy and their eyes
Mm,
will light up, even if they don't remember Space 1999 at all. Don't know the
right.
words Space 1999, not aware of who Martin Landau is, but that Mattel toy is just like
Right. Pew.
it was
And am I right in
something about it.
thinking it was actually more of a thing in the US than it was
Definitely.
in
So
the
this is
UK?
this is made by Mattel. This
Yeah,
playset, so that US based company,
yeah.
mainly a US driven product. Although I think
Right.
it made its way across the
I think
pond
it might have done, but yeah, it's certainly
a little bit.
more widely talked about in the US, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And it is just stunning. So you basically get it's got like a cockpit, hasn't it, that you can get into, or the
Yep, there's a
transport
flap
pod?
on top of the cockpit. You can stick your action figures in there. The
Mhm.
transporter bay has a place to stick figures. I think there's a little there's different attachments and things you can stick in there. There's like a winch, if memory
Wow.
serves, with a little cable that you can drop through a hole in the bottom. You can just see there. There's a
Wow.
hole right in front of that astronaut. Those
Yeah.
panels, of course, attach and detach, so you can open it up and play inside, or you can close it all up and fly the whole assembly. And of
Ah,
course, the main advertised feature, you can detach the engines as
yes.
well as the
It's
front command module section, and then link them
modular.
together
Very
to have
nice.
an extra thrust command module. It
Yes,
is-
yes. I was going to ask, as much as that's a very intriguing feature, what's the practical benefit of doing that exactly?
I imagine
Cutting out the middle of your eagle doesn't sound very
you
smart
can
to
go
me.
fast. I think is
Yeah.
the idea, because there's you don't have to carry all that nonsense. You can just race around the galaxy going really fast in your
Yeah.
eagle.
Yeah,
Go
sure, of course
fast,
you can.
dude.
Yeah. Well, and then the other question, but also I do wonder whether that was partly because the thing was so darn big that if you wanted to pick it up and swoosh it about and fly it around, maybe detaching the middle of it was the only way to really do that. It's just so huge, this thing. It would take
It's lovely.
two fully grown adults to lift it. I feel like it's just so large.
Mhm.
So maybe a bit of swooshability was added by being able to detach the front and the back and link them up, as
Link
the
'em up.
old advert goes.
I've
Yeah.
been fortunate as well to see one of the prototypes for the new version that's coming out from Zika Toys. Zika
Oh
Toys is
yes.
making a new version of this that's a little bit more screen accurate. It still retains all
Mm.
of the play features, but it just that little bit extra in quality,
Polished up. Right.
and it's available more widely internationally. It's not just an American thing.
Mm.
It's been really delayed. I'm not sure what the status of that project is, but I hope it comes out soon, because
Yeah.
it is just a lovely, lovely toy, and I
Toy
loved getting to see that in person. It's really
toy
wonderful.
manufacturing is just not as easy as it used to be, is it? That's what it comes down
No, I
to.
really feel for these manufacturers, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of unscrupulous people out there, unfortunately, who've made a bad name for sort of the whole industry,
Mm.
and a lot of sad things have happened. And also it's just as you say, incredibly challenging to get something like this, especially something big like this that's
Yeah.
so
Huge.
epic and sweeping. Man, yeah. So my hat's off to them for doing that, and I know that they're working on it, and I hope it'll
Yeah.
be out soon.
Amazing.
It's
Love
it
it.
is a lovely thing, and it would be
Yeah.
nice to get it to get a new version of that classic playset out into
Yes.
people's
And then
collections.
rent out an extra room in which to store it.
Just
Lovely stuff.
buy it in an apartment and visit it on the side.
Maybe you could, unite with other Space 1999 fans and maybe get joint custody of it or something.
Oh
Go
yeah,
visit
but
it
that could
on
go
every
wrong
other
so
Wednesday or
quickly,
something.
Jack.
Yeah, I know. I know. Anyway, let's move into the 1980s, shall we?
Yes.
With a little bit of Terrahawks.
I
And
love Terrahawks. It's one of my favorite Anderson shows. And
Yes.
if you love Terrahawks merchandise, there is a lot out there for you. They just had an absolute blitzkrieg of merchandise for Terrahawks.
Yeah, well, because it was, just very, the 80s was kind of quite a revolution for toy manufacturing, new methods, and, Bandai was one of the leaders in that kind of revolution, and indeed, they brought us the Terrahawks toy line, and I have an example right here of a Battlehawk, the large sort of die-cast Battlehawk, which is a very lovely thing, has all sorts of play features. You can fire off a Terrahawk from the top. You can open up the front and get a little runway out for driving your tiny little version of Hudson down there. It's got a pod bay at the back. It carries a battle tank underneath. It does everything in quite a small package, but this is still like sort of the largest sort of Terrahawks toy that they did. So I wanted to represent that and show it off for you there. But they did all sorts of weird and wonderful things for Terrahawks. And the weird thing about Terrahawks is there has been no kind of resurgence for it. It obviously did kind of come back in the 90s with a new toy line, like things like Thunderbirds and Stingray did. So those 1980s toys for Terrahawks are pretty much, that's what you can get. And that is reflected in the pricing to a degree of what you could actually get hold of these days. But yeah, would love to see a 21st century Terrahawks toy line of
I keep hoping.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people who are in the industry have said publicly that they're interested in doing some Terrahawk stuff. So I keep hoping that those people will prevail and Terrahawks will be on our shelves again. Because I love Terrahawks. There's something about Battlehawk in particular. I know Steve Begg called it a flying brick. The final version, and I just love the chunkiness of it. It just feels like the kind of toy that you would want to play with. It's not a very practical design. It's not very streamlined, which I think is more of what Steve wanted in his concept art.
Yeah,
but it's, as a toy, it has so much play value because you can do all those different things. Be careful with that extremely valuable toy that you've got there.
Falling off.
It sounds like an A&E visit right
as Einstein once said to Mary.
Dear, oh dear.
Yes, it's very nice thing. Would have loved a Hawk Nest playset. I think they were thinking of doing one, and it never ended up happening. But
or a nice Space Hawk playset with like
big,
a little
chunky Space Hawk would have been really cool.
With a
we only ended up with the little one.
Tree Hawk flying out of it would be nice. Lots of play zeroids.
Nice. Yeah.
So many toy options.
But at the other end of the scale of things that I'm like, oh yes, I'd love that. Terrahawks had its fair share of options as well, and I think you've got one to share with us here.
Have we got something weird and wonderful from the? So, of course, like there's the Terrahawks that we could have had, and the Terrahawks that we did get. Here's something Terrahawks that we did get. What am I even looking at here, Jack? What even is this?
So it's what's the full name of it? It's the Terrahawks Flight Command game, which has, I think the sort of equivalent would be something like Mousetrap. Where you've got these, I think there's like balls that you're trying to move through an obstacle course, which is sort of vaguely Terrorhawks themed. As you can see, you've got a chunky Battlehawk down there. You've got a Zeroid. There's a cube on there, and also quite rarely, because I don't think there are any other toys of this. You've got Zelda's ship, or one of Zelda's ships,
Right.
there as well, which they didn't do any other toys of. So
Seems
this
like an
is-
obvious oversight. Who are you going to have battles with if you? play
Yeah,
with your-
yeah. I know, but
Figures.
well, clearly you have to go and buy your Terrorhawks Flight Command game in order to get one of these.
get
Yeah,
a
so I
slightly
mean, I've
bloated
never
version of
played
Zelda
it.
Space.
I imagine it's a very frustrating game to play.
Yeah, it looks challenging
It
to say the
looks
least.
complex. But it looks nice. It's weird. It's very, very weird. But I do want one. Yeah. So what
It's
else
quite
can
cool.
I say?
Yeah, I love that Zelda's base and the Battlehawk, they're sort of slightly inflated looking. They actually look like Battlehawk after too much Christmas dinner.
Yes.
Gone back
Does
for-
need to go on a diet in the new year.
Quite a few mince pies went into the making
Yes.
of that Zelda space. Also, the lobotomized Zeroid, who's got a
Yeah.
hole in his head to run.
So you're supposed to
run the balls
navigate
through.
the ball through. I mean, that's the weird thing. Look, I can only judge it based on the picture I've seen. But why weren't the balls Zeroids?
Right.
Wasn't that
See,
the... Maybe they are, and I just can't see it in this picture. But that feels like a missed opportunity. Surely.
I don't know. If you played this in the 80s, please let us know because
Yeah.
I
Let us
need
know
more
the
information.
hours of fun that you had with this game. I'm sure it was delightful.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, there's a lot of Terrahawks things that are like this that you're like, how did this get made? How did you how did this clear the all the barricades and the hurdles that it takes to get toys made?
Considering, we were just talking about how difficult it is to get toys manufactured.
Yeah, but yet somehow we have.
But in
things
the
like this.
80s, I mean, in the 80s, it was free reign. You could do what you wanted.
I guess so. Anything
must have just
goes.
been that much easier. And kind of bleeding into that in the 90s, of course,
Ooh.
Matchbox and Vivid Imagination picked up the mantle to do all sorts of Thunderbirds, Stingray, Captain Scarlet, and even Joe 90 toys. But
Ooh.
in addition to all of that, Vivid Imaginations also picked up the license for a new Gerry Anderson series.
A brand new Gerry Anderson series for the 1990s?
I know, and we've never discussed it on Security Hazard before. It's something
That's too
completely
bad.
new to us, but no
I
one
feel
has
like
ever...
you could write an article about it or something.
Yeah, maybe one or two.
Maybe
we're
a
talking
couple
about
hundred
Space
words.
Precinct. Obviously, we're talking about Space Precinct, which we have talked about Space Precinct plenty on this show and on
For a
Security Hazard.
3.5 hour episode a couple weeks ago in
Yeah.
great detail.
It's very much been the year of Space Precinct here on Security Hazard. And, I did do a Security Hazard mini talking about this, which is the police cruiser playset from Vivid Imaginations. I'm going to go out and say it. It's one of the most impressive Gerry Anderson toys I have ever come across. I've got to say it, for its sheer size and detail and play features and everything else. It's a sight to behold. It's a lovely thing. And sadly, because it's part of Space Precinct, which is just not as well loved as a Gerry Anderson series, sometimes these can be tricky to come across, but usually when you do come across them, they're not too unreasonably priced, certainly compared to a lot of other things of the same size. But yeah, I've just got to... I mean, Ben, what do you want to know about this about this thing?
Well, I've had a chance to play around with one in person thanks to collector Andrew Clements, who let me run
lovely.
around with his cruiser. So I have a bit of a feeling of what it can do. Does yours make all the sounds? And
No, because I took the batteries out, because I have to say, as much as I love it, the noises are profoundly irritating. So there's a button on the top, which when you press it, the police lights light up, and of course a siren goes off for quite a considerable amount of time. There's a little speaker grill in the back.
Does it have a little handle grip?
Yes, you can twist out from underneath this hook thing, which can be used for sort of picking up, I don't know, speeding car or something. Someone that Brogan wants to arrest by force. He can just go and lift them up using this hook. But it also means that, yes, you have a good handle on it. So it has that swooshability about it that, maybe larger toys don't normally have. So yes,
it's
you
a lot
can
of
really
fun.
just take hold of this thing and swoosh it about. It has gull wing doors, which I think is really impressive. You just flick the lever on the top and you've got gull wing doors that open up, just like in the TV show. I believe mine is sort of missing a little bit in the interior. There's space for 4 different figures inside, which I don't know if you can really see on camera, but I've got a few little figures sitting inside there.
Look at that.
Space for 4 figures inside, and there's supposed to be like a cage thing that keeps them contained, like as if it was a police vehicle. But yeah,
it's a
nice
great
detailed
toy.
interior control levers. It's got the landing skids on the bottom, which are detachable. If you wanted to sort of display it in more of a flight mode, you can take those legs on and off really easily. Boosters are also detachable in the same vein as that. Again, no real practical purpose to that, but you can just take that
fun.
off. Probably for easy storage.
You can't take off the hood and link them up to the boosters?
No, sadly not. You do just have the detachable boosters just like that there. I suppose if you wanted to simulate your police cruiser getting into an accident or something, you could start taking bits off and pretend
do a battle
it's
version.
Damaged. And then you also have guns on the top.
Oh, they're on the top.
They're on the top, which in the TV series, the cannons are underneath. And those details have been molded in here. You can sort of see them, but for whatever reason, the toy manufacturers, they had to put them on the top of the cruiser. So yeah,
I'm frankly surprised that this doesn't have the same kind of reputation as something like the Mattel Eagle, where it's a brilliant toy. I would have loved to have gotten something like this, even if I didn't know what Space Precinct was. Just as a toy, it seems like a really well-designed, fun, well-featured, practical toy that any kid would love to play with. I would think.
I mean, I picked this up. All right, admittedly, I'm a collector of all things Gerry Anderson, but I picked up this toy before I had even watched Space Precinct because I was just like, I don't really care how good the show is. I just want the toy. It looks so good. So
it's really nice.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, the lovely thing there. But sadly, we are sort of coming towards the end of our little timeline here, our little journey through lots of different Anderson series. We've had to skip out huge chunks of different toy lines that came out over the years, all the action figures and dolls and
but we've gone for the gusto, Jack. We've gone for the really big ticket items.
Right. And in that regard, we had to finish up with New Captain Scarlet from 2005, which had a toy range all of its own that, again, not many people really knew about or talked about. I remember I was a fan of the series at the time, and I don't remember ever seeing the toys in the shops. I knew that they were around, but I never actually came across them. And I do wonder whether part of that might have been in the early 2000s, you had just had a Captain Scarlet toy line from Vivid Imaginations with the classic Cloud base and all the vehicles and the figures and everything else. So maybe when 2005 came along, having New Captain Scarlet competing with classic Captain Scarlet toys just didn't work. I don't know. But there is one item that I'm like, I wish I'd gotten that. I don't have one, sadly, but I wish I'd gotten the New Captain Scarlet Cloud base, or Sky base, I should say. Another one of those
thing
big
is
beasts.
Huge.
Yes.
I mean, what a thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's got, storage inside for all the little vehicles and stuff, which I think you could probably buy separately. Although I think it might have come with an Angel or a Falcon Interceptor as well. But yeah, you've got the control center there. But yeah, I love the just generally the design of Skybase from New Captain Scarlet. I enjoy the double runway. Looks so cool. With the the little control tower in the middle, I think is just great. So it translates really well to being a toy. So I'm really glad that a full toy range for New Captain Scarlet was made and did exist. It's just a shame I never picked any of it up. I've got a few little items here and there, but otherwise, no. Sadly, it passed me by. But
it was not just competing with itself in terms of New Captain Scarlet and Old Captain Scarlet, but that was such a busy time for toys. I mean, you were coming off the wake of Lord of the Rings, and Harry Potter was in theaters, and Spider-Man, and the Star Wars ranges for the prequels. I mean, there was just so many toys.
Doctor Who toys as well.
Doctor Who was back in 2005.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of that similar kind of stuff on the shelves, and something like this probably just got shuffled to the bottom of the pile, which is a shame because it's such a lovely toy.
Yeah, and they did some other really nice New Captain Scarlet vehicles. They did smaller ones, but they also did large play sets of things like the Hummingbird helicopter. Which is crazy to think about. The Rhino, the Cheetah. They did tons of stuff. Fairly decent sized vehicles that were compatible with the action figures. But yeah, sadly,
such an underrated. It's an underrated show and an underrated range of merchandise for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely putting this on my wish list, Jack.
Yeah.
This is not good. I'm going to run out of space really fast. Thanks to this episode of.
Like I said, you're gonna have to rent a whole separate apartment just for the toy collection. And let me tell you, shipping that stuff across the ocean ain't cheap either.
Ooh,
goodness me!
Tell me about it.
That was one of the conditions when I got married. Was like, well, just so you know, I'm moving to the US, fine, but all of this has to come with me. And yes, we had to budget for that. I think a little bit of the wedding budget had to go towards the Jack's toy shipping budget. Which
goodness. So was there a particular method you took to packing that stuff safely, and did you have any losses on the way?
I love this. That's what this podcast has turned into. Merry Christmas, everyone. We're going to talk about shipping methods. No,
it's particularly relevant to both of our lives.
most of these items, or quite a few of them actually, I was able to, like things like this Tracy Island. I still had the original box, so I was able to just pack it away inside the box. So much bubble wrap, so much like scrunched up newspaper, stuff like that, just filling in any gaps so that it didn't move. And it ended up going in sort of 6 huge shipping boxes. Wow. And all arrived intact except for, it's up there. I can't get it down right now, but I do have the early 2000s Vivid Cloud Base. Sadly, many pieces of that have broken off over the years. Feel like it wasn't made out of the best plastic in the first place. But
they tend to be in pieces on the secondhand market.
Yeah. I mean, it's made to, you can take it apart to a certain extent, but certain bits ended up snapping off. And that would be a very Merry Christmas if you opened up a whole mess of Cloud Base just came pouring out of a box in several separate pieces. That wouldn't be so much fun. But
Well, fortunately, we've had a great Christmas, Jack.
I'm genuinely going to go through all of my Terrorhawks cards individually and sort of read through all of them, because I just think that's such a novelty I never would have expected.
I can't wait to show my other half this, because she loves board games, so she's gonna have a field day.
Good. I was hoping it wasn't gonna be like, look what I've got, darling.
Well, right. It always is to a certain extent.
Well, sure. There is always a little bit of that, but yes. But what we did also do in the spirit of Christmas was we opened it up to our audience. We asked them what would they choose as their sort of number one Christmas toy or Christmas gift that they could open up if they had the choice to open up on Christmas Day. What would it be from the worlds of Gerry Anderson? And what we actually ended up with was a really nice mixture of, yes, people's dream items, but also memories of Christmases gone by where people did get to open up their favorite gifts. So I'm looking forward to sharing some of those right now. Let me pull up a few things. So starting off with Susie Jones. Merry Christmas.
Hello,
Hello.
Susie.
My brother gave me his Dinky Eagle transporter that he had for Christmas one year, as I played with it more than he did. For me, though, I always wanted Thunderbird 3, but didn't get one. I must have been naughty. Oh, well.
I'm sure that's not true, Susie.
I'm sure that's not true. You probably were on the nice list. It's just, Thunderbird 3's out in space, busy.
Yeah, it's got to be called back to the Earth with a signal from Thunderbird 2 way up.
Yeah, sure. I'm
get it to fire its retros so that it can come back to you.
Alrighty. Nick Thorne says, I think it would have to be that Dinky SPV. I already had the 2000s Corgi model along with the Angel Interceptor and Spectrum Saloon in their boxes, and the Dinky just looks super cool. Even if they didn't have as many play features as the Soundtech ones. Plus, I have never really owned much merchandise from the 1960s other than the books, to be honest. I did have an unboxed SPV model years ago, but when I was about 18 or so, I'm not sure if it was a 90s or 60s one. Anyway, lots of detail from Nick there. We always appreciate your comments. Always give us lots of details. He did also say that one of the best Christmas gifts that he ever received was the Terrorhawks Complete Series DVD, which
nice
it was a hefty beast back in the day. So yeah, lovely stuff there. Thank you very much indeed. Mark Perkins says, my favorite Anderson Christmas memory is actually the same one several years running. It's the annuals, which we haven't talked about annuals at all. Would be a
very Christmassy thing.
Very Christmassy thing to get a book based on your favorite TV show or movie or whatever around Christmas time. Makes a lot of sense. So Mark says it started with the Stingray annual and all the way through to the Joe 91. I can remember the thrill of spending the day reading and rereading whichever one I had that year. I also used to find my favorite illustration and learn by copying how to draw it from memory. I can still have a go to this day at drawing a pretty reasonable Stingray. So there you go. There's a challenge for you, Mark. Email sec.hazard.pod@gmail.com. Send in your picture of Stingray. We'd love to see that.
Absolutely.
For sure. Derek Eaton, meanwhile, goes back to the Dinky SPV. I had a Dinky SPV in the box on Christmas Day, early 1970s. Captain Scarlet popped out of his seat on first open and was never seen again.
No.
Yeah, that's the risky run. That is the risky run.
Very destructible Captain Scarlet in that Dinky anyway.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you would definitely lose him. It doesn't surprise me at all that that's what would happen. On Blue Sky, Rhapsody Angel says, since you're asking, yes, I would very much like to find this on Christmas morning with accompanying vehicles, maybe one day. And she supplied us with a picture of the 1990s Vivid Cloud Base playset. Which,
a lovely thing.
Very lovely thing. Simpsons Clips 24, meanwhile, has gone into the realms of complete fantasy by detailing a very full Lavender Castle toy line, which, sadly, Lavender Castle merchandise was pretty much non-existent, really.
Yeah, there's not much.
But huge potential for toys. Simpsons Clips says, a Lavender Castle Paradox playset, action figures and talking plushies by apparently a company called Born to Play. Very specific details. Each action figure would have a chip in their feet to plug into the 4 ports on the playset, which are on the flight deck, Sproggle's navigation console, the kitchen, and the engine room. Each separate action figure has 4 different phrases that they say whenever they're plugged into a port. And then basically an action figure for every single character, all the heroes and villains, all of that. I mean, yes, Lavender Castle, huge potential to do a toy line there.
Definitely.
Could have made some really nice Christmas gifts. Just
I think Simpsons
didn't
Clips
happen.
24. Now that we're in the age of 3D printing, needs to find a way to design, like to learn Blender and actually 3D print some of this stuff because he's
That would
got
be really cool.
such a vision for all that
Clearly,
range of
yeah.
merchandise that you've got to do a one-off and 3D print yourself a paradox.
Definitely. I've always wanted to do a Lego paradox build,
Ooh.
actually, but does not lend itself to being built in Lego very easily. It's a very
It's a unique,
very
design,
circular, very rounded design.
Mhm.
But I'm up for the challenge, so maybe one day I will
Okay,
do
maybe
that,
one
but,
day.
yeah.
Maybe one
So
day.
watch this space. Meanwhile, Rick VG02 has slightly simpler tastes, let's say. A DVD box set of Thunderbirds can't be beaten. I mean, yeah. What
I'll
better
never
than the
forget
show
my
itself?
first Thunderbirds DVD. What a lovely thing.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Yes, love it. Penguin Made of Dynamite says, I do remember one Christmas when I was a little girl in the 90s getting the Thunderbirds board game and a set of
Ooh.
3 Thunderbirds drinking glasses as joint gifts with my brother.
Hey.
I vaguely remembered that we played the board game until we had to stop for Christmas dinner, which I'm pretty sure had us grumbling. We might have also gotten both Thunderbirds movies on VHS, but I'm not 100% sure. Some of these memories do blur together as it was over 30 years ago. Sadly, all the drinking glasses were eventually broken over the years, and the board game was water damaged during a house move. So it all ended up in the bin. In the here and now, I wouldn't mind getting those glasses again. It would be the perfect piece of magical nostalgia from a time where we complained about being gifted pajamas, and my parents seemed to have an abundance of Mr. Bloody Christmas wrapping paper. I don't know what wrapping paper that refers to, but I'm sorry you feel that way. But what a sad story about a water-damaged Thunderbirds board game. Don't you dare let that happen to my lovely gift to you. Don't you dare let
have
that
to
thing get
be
damaged.
very, very careful around water.
Oh no.
Oops.
No.
No, everything's fine here. We're
Audio
all fine.
listeners, he's attempting all this horseplay with a cup of water as
No
if
need
that's
to
gonna scare
send
me somehow.
Thunderbird 2, just send Thunderbird 4.
Yeah, all right. Well, David Smart says Corgi, Thunderbird 5, and the small Matchbox Fab 1. Yes, of course, this year, I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to getting a Corgi Thunderbird 5.
Yes, I've seen some pictures. Some of them are actually arriving. Some people do have their Corgi.
Right. It seems weird.
Really
They sort of staggered the release, so some people are getting them quite early and other people are having to wait, which is a bit of a shame, but it looks lovely. I'm sure it'll be worth the wait.
Yes, it'll definitely be worth the wait. So hold out if you've pre-ordered one. They are coming.
Lovely. Well, Ian Dealey, this says this year I am getting the new Corgi Thunderbird 2 model and Volume 1 of the Thunderbirds comic anthology.
Ooh,
nice to hear that people are getting some nice new things. We've been talking about all the old stuff.
Yes, there's still a lot of new stuff out now.
There's still plenty of stuff. Apparently Penguin Made of Dynamite says that it wasn't Mr. Bloody Christmas wrapping paper. It was actually Mr. Blobby Christmas wrapping paper.
Oh,
which makes a lot more sense.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Are you familiar with Mr. Blobby, Ben?
I am familiar with Mr. Blobby. Blobby.
Yeah.
Penguin Made of Dynamite also said earlier that the Terrorhawks game looks kind of like Temu Mousetrap, which I think is a really appropriate comment. And I
very incisive. Yeah, very good. Let's see. Adam Luff has come back to us and said, "Forgive me for asking the impossible." That's all right, Adam. It's what we do here. But if any of the unmade Anderson projects could be willed into existence, then a DVD would be on my list. I'll pick Operation Shockwave.
Ooh, that is a good choice.
Could Santa do that? Could Santa make a movie just to put under Adam Luff's tree? I don't know.
I don't know. That's a tall order for Santa.
That would be pretty tricky. But there we go. That was everyone's Christmas wish list. So come on,
what
Santa.
A lovely batch.
You've got until tomorrow morning to sort that out for everyone.
You
know, no rush.
Work cut out for him.
Yeah, he certainly does. But we hope that you all have enjoyed our little Christmas special that we've done today for Security Hazard. We've had a lot of fun, and well, if you enjoy this podcast, which I certainly hope you do all the year round, then why not consider subscribing youtube.com/Jack Knoll, where you can catch us broadcasting live every single week at Wednesday, 6 p.m. UK time. And that will include next week. We are going to be live on New Year's Eve.
Can you believe it?
I
We're gonna
know.
be counting down.
Not quite counting down. We'll be a few hours early for that. But
Well,
nevertheless,
yeah, that's true.
if you're watching in a time zone that's a few hours ahead or behind, maybe you can watch us at midnight when it's New Year. I don't.
Is that
anyway,
a thing?
I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's how people really would want to spend the big moment going into 2026 watching the Security Hazard show. If you do, then you're very, very welcome. But yes, we will be around New Year's Eve, 6 p.m. UK time. Come and join us. We're going to have a very different slice of fun to what we've been doing this week. We've got something kind of weird planned for New Year's Eve.
Us weird? Never.
But anyway, yes, so tune into that, and you can also catch us, of course, if you are one of our audio listeners, then please make sure you are following us on your podcast app of choice. Give us a rate and review, and that helps us to climb up those charts. Ben, if people want to make our Christmas dreams come true, what can people do if they want to support the Security Hazard show?
Well, there's a way you can stuff our stockings as well as giving yourself a little Christmas treat at the same time. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/securityhazard. For a small monthly donation, we produce a wide range of content. There's a lengthy video on there now that we've just put out, sort of a year in review.
Yeah,
kind of like a bonus edition of this podcast,
a
going
little
over
fireside chat. Yeah, just
everything that we've done this past year, looking at all of that in detail, and also previewing exclusively what we have planned for 2026. And I have to say, Jack, I'm pretty excited about some of the stuff that's coming. My antlers are about to fall off. I'm so excited about it. So go on down to patreon.com/securityhazard and see what you can find.
Absolutely. And then for everything else, head over to securityhazard.net. That's your one-stop shop for posts, reviews, videos, podcasts. It's all there. You can also find links to all my social media there, Facebook, X, Blue Sky, all of that. That's how people are getting in touch with the show. So head over to securityhazard.net and you'll find everything you could possibly need, in addition to all the wonderful things we've been talking about for Christmas. Head over to securityhazard.net as well, and you might just find a little gift on there as well. Ben, where can people find you?
Well, folks, if you don't know what to do with yourself in that little gap between Christmas and New Year's, if you have a little bit of time on your hands and you want to do something fun and relaxing, I recommend you check out my Starfleet blog, starfleetxbomber.substack.com. Over there, I will be posting my final entry for 2025, the last review of the final episode of Starfleet. So there will be 24 complete episode reviews on that blog for you to peruse if you've never taken a deep dive into Starfleet before. It's so much fun. We've had a blast doing it. starfleetxbomber.substack.com. It's where you can find that.
It's an incredible body of work. And you say like, oh, you've done 24 episodes, but there's kind of more to come, isn't there?
There's a lot of things that I'm really excited to talk about still.
Yeah.
Comics, alternative dubs, some weird and wonderful behind the scenes material. Yeah, lots of stuff to come.
Excellent stuff. Glad to hear it. Well, you've got all that to look forward to. Ben, it just remains for me to say Merry Christmas to you, sir. And, well, we'll see everyone next time around. Bye.
Merry Christmas, Jack. Enjoy your cards because I know I'm going to enjoy my game.
Lovely stuff. All right. Well, as soon as we go off air, maybe we'll play a little game. How about that?
All
All right.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas, everyone. See you again very soon. Bye for now.
Bye.